Did you know your brand new car could already be on the road to damage? Most drivers make a simple mistake right after buying a car, and it could cost them thousands in repairs down the line. But here's the good news. With one small step, you can avoid this rookie error and extend your engine's life dramatically. What is this essential tip? What does it mean for your car's performance? And how can you ensure your engine runs like new for years to come? Stick around and we'll break it all down. The surprising truth about new cars. Buying a new car feels like the ultimate fresh start, but could your new ride already be at risk? Every car owner dreams of the day they drive off the lot in a brand new vehicle, with its shiny paint, spotless interior, and the promise of countless trouble-free miles. But what many don't realize is that a brand new car is in one of the most vulnerable stages of its life. This period, often referred to as the break-in phase, is critical for ensuring the long-term health and performance of the engine. During this phase, your car's engine components, pistons, bearings, valves, are settling into place. These parts are machined with precision, but they still need to wear against each other to create the perfect fit. It's a process that can create microscopic debris and metal particles in the oil. Left unchecked, these particles can circulate through the engine, accelerating wear and reducing efficiency. Here's where most people go wrong. They assume a new car requires no immediate attention. After all, it's fresh off the assembly line, right? The truth is, even the most advanced modern engines experience a higher level of wear during the first few hundred miles than at almost any other time in their lifespan. Understanding why this stage is so crucial could save your engine from unnecessary wear and set you up for years of reliable performance. To grasp the full picture, it's essential to understand what's really happening inside your engine during this break-in period. What happens during break-in? Your new car's engine might be spotless, but inside it's a battlefield of microscopic friction. When you start driving a brand new car, the engine begins a process of self-conditioning. This break-in period is when the internal components, like pistons and cylinder walls, rub together to smooth out imperfections left from the manufacturing process. Think of it as your engine's equivalent of stretching its legs after a long rest. While this process is natural and necessary, it comes with a downside: wear debris. As metal surfaces interact under heat and pressure, tiny fragments of metal shear off and mix with the oil. These particles, while microscopic, can act like sandpaper within your engine, causing additional wear to critical components. Oil filters are designed to capture debris, but here's the catch. They're not perfect. Filters typically focus on larger particles, leaving the smallest yet most abrasive ones to circulate. Over time, these particles can erode surfaces and compromise engine performance. This wear is especially pronounced in the first few hundred miles. Testing shows that engines generate the highest levels of wear particles during this initial phase. Afterward, wear levels tend to stabilize, but only if those early contaminants have been effectively removed. Knowing this, you can take simple yet impactful steps to protect your engine during this critical phase. While understanding wear is vital, relying solely on your owner's manual might not give you the complete picture. Why the manual might be misleading. Is your owner's manual really giving you the best advice, or just the most convenient one? Most new car owners put their faith in the owner's manual. After all, it's the manufacturer's guide to taking care of your car. However, when it comes to recommendations for the first oil change, the advice may not always align with what's best for your engine. Modern manuals often suggest waiting up to 10,000 miles for the first oil change. On the surface, this seems logical. Advanced synthetic oils and tighter manufacturing tolerances make engines more durable than ever. But there's more to the story. These extended intervals aren't necessarily about engine care. They're often about marketing. Manufacturers aim to showcase their vehicles as low maintenance, appealing to buyers who prioritize convenience. By promoting longer oil change intervals, they create the perception that their cars are less expensive to own. However, real-world data from oil analysis tests paints a different picture. Engines produce significantly more wear debris during the break-in period than at any other time. Waiting 10,000 miles before changing the oil means those abrasive particles have more time to circulate, potentially causing long-term damage. While synthetic oils are better at suspending particles and maintaining viscosity, they can't prevent wear caused by prolonged exposure to contaminants. The longer you wait, the more those microscopic fragments can harm your engine's moving parts. By questioning conventional wisdom and taking proactive steps, you can protect your car in ways the manual might not emphasize. One driver's story offers a powerful example of how early intervention can make all the difference. A dad's advice: why you should listen to the experts. Sometimes the best car advice doesn't come from the manual, it comes from experience. Picture this: a father, who also happens to be a certified lubrication specialist, takes his daughter's brand new 2023 Toyota Corolla for its first oil change at just 500 miles. Why? Because he knows what most drivers overlook. Those first few hundred miles are the most critical for engine care. The father explains to his daughter that even though the owner's manual suggests waiting until 10,000 miles for the first oil change, doing so could allow harmful wear particles to accumulate in the engine. Armed with years of knowledge and real-world testing, he insists on changing the oil early to flush out contaminants. This isn't just theory, it's backed by data. Oil analysis on engines like the Corolla consistently shows elevated levels of iron, copper, and other metals during the break-in period. By changing the oil early, the father removes these contaminants, giving the engine a clean slate to operate more efficiently. It's not a new idea either. In the past, manufacturers like Honda recommended early oil changes as part of the break-in process. While modern oils and engines are more advanced, the principles of reducing wear debris remain the same. The result? A smoother, cleaner engine with improved longevity. The father's simple yet impactful advice demonstrates how small actions can prevent significant problems down the road. By learning from this story, you can adopt a proactive approach to car care, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Understanding why these early steps are crucial sets the stage for unlocking your car's full potential. What break-in wear looks like. Your brand new car's engine might seem spotless, but inside it's generating wear debris that could shorten its life. The break-in phase of an engine is a carefully controlled chaos. As the pistons move, the cylinder walls, bearings, and other components begin to settle into their intended positions. This process smooths out microscopic imperfections, but it also creates something far less desirable: wear debris. Wear debris consists of tiny metal particles that shear off as components rub together under high heat and pressure. These particles are measured in parts per million, and during break-in, levels of materials like iron, copper, and aluminium can spike. For example, testing has shown that a new engine can produce over 10 parts per million of iron within the first few hundred miles, several times higher than at any other point in its lifespan. Why does this matter? These particles might be invisible to the naked eye, but they act like tiny grains of sand inside the engine. They accelerate wear on critical surfaces, reducing efficiency and potentially leading to premature failure. Without early intervention, these contaminants can circulate for thousands of miles, causing damage long before your first scheduled oil change. Once you understand what's happening inside your engine, you'll see why taking action early is essential for its longevity. While wear debris is unavoidable, you might assume that your oil filter has it under control. But does it really? Why oil filters aren't enough? Think your oil filter is a magic shield protecting your engine? Think again. Oil filters are a critical component of your car's engine, designed to trap debris and contaminants as oil circulates. However, they are far from perfect. Filters are excellent at catching larger particles, those above 20 microns in size, but many of the wear particles generated during the break-in phase are smaller than this threshold. These microscopic contaminants slip past the filter, continuing to circulate through the engine. Imagine using a kitchen strainer to filter flour. The larger clumps get caught, but the finer grains pass through. Similarly, your oil filter can only do so much when it comes to the smallest, yet often most damaging particles. This limitation is especially problematic during the break-in phase when debris levels are at their peak. Even a high-efficiency oil filter can't completely eliminate the risk. The only effective way to remove these contaminants is by changing the oil itself. By understanding your oil filter's limitations, you can take proactive steps to keep your engine cleaner and healthier. It's easy to think that modern engines don't need this level of care, but history tells a different story. A comparison across the decades. Are today's engines really as advanced as we think, or are they simply following old principles in new ways? Let's take a trip back to 1990, a time when Honda's Accord was one of the most reliable cars on the market. Back then, early oil changes were a standard part of the break-in process. Manufacturers like Honda recommended draining the oil after the first 500 miles to remove wear debris. This practice wasn't just a precaution, it was necessary because of the limitations of the oils and engines of that era. Fast forward to today. Modern engines are built with tighter tolerances and use advanced synthetic oils designed to last longer. On paper, this makes early oil changes seem less critical. However, the fundamentals haven't changed. Engines still produce significant wear debris during break-in, and early maintenance remains the best way to remove it. What has changed is how manufacturers approach maintenance. Longer oil change intervals are marketed as a convenience, but they don't account for the unique challenges of the break-in period. While the technology has advanced, the principles of reducing wear debris during early use remain as important as ever. Understanding this evolution reveals that old practices still have value in protecting new engines. But what happens if you ignore these principles altogether? The cost of neglecting early maintenance. Skipping that first oil change might save you time now, but it could cost you thousands in the long run. The idea of waiting 10,000 miles for your first oil change might sound convenient, but it comes with hidden risks. Without early maintenance, wear debris continues to circulate through your engine, acting as a catalyst for accelerated wear. Over time, this can lead to reduced efficiency, higher oil consumption, and increased emissions. One of the most common long-term consequences is damage to the cylinder walls and bearings. These components are vital for maintaining proper compression and engine performance. If wear particles remain in the oil for too long, they can create tiny scratches and grooves, compromising the engine's ability to function efficiently. The financial impact of neglecting early maintenance can be significant. Repairs for issues like worn bearings or damaged cylinder walls can run into the thousands, not to mention the loss of resale value if your engine shows signs of excessive wear. It's worth noting that modern synthetic oils, while highly effective, can't fully compensate for the presence of contaminants. They're designed to maintain viscosity and resist breakdown, but they can't prevent abrasive particles from causing damage over time. By investing a little time and money up front, you can save yourself from costly repairs and ensure your engine runs smoothly for years to come. Now that you know the stakes, it's clear why early action is not just recommended, but essential. The 500-mile oil change rule. Could one simple rule save your engine and extend its life by years? The idea of changing your oil after just 500 miles might sound extreme, but for anyone who understands engine break-in, it's a game changer. This seemingly small act is one of the most effective ways to protect your car during its most vulnerable phase. Why 500 miles? Testing consistently shows that the first few hundred miles of an engine's life produce the highest levels of wear debris. Tiny fragments of iron, copper, and aluminum circulate in the oil as the engine settles into its operational patterns. While modern oils and filters are designed to manage debris, they can't remove everything. The only way to truly flush these particles out is with a complete oil change. Some might argue that waiting 10,000 miles, as recommended by many manufacturers, is sufficient. However, the data says otherwise. Engines that undergo an early oil change at 500 miles tend to show significantly lower wear levels in subsequent oil analyses compared to those that wait. This difference isn't just theoretical, it translates into tangible benefits like better fuel efficiency, smoother operation, and reduced maintenance costs over the engine's lifespan. Following the 500-mile rule gives you a head start in protecting your car's engine, setting it up for a long, healthy life. While this rule is powerful, understanding your engine's subtle signals can provide even more protection. How to spot early warning signs. Your car might be whispering warnings. Are you paying attention? Modern cars are equipped with advanced systems to monitor engine health, but they're not foolproof. As a car owner, learning to spot early warning signs of engine stress can save you from costly repairs down the road. One of the most overlooked indicators is oil condition. If you check your dipstick and notice oil that's unusually dark or gritty, it's a sign that wear debris is accumulating faster than expected. This is especially true for new cars, where high debris levels are common during the break-in phase. Another key sign is engine noise. If your engine sounds louder or rougher than it did initially, it could indicate that debris is causing friction between moving parts. While modern synthetic oils can help reduce this friction, they can't eliminate it entirely. Pay attention to dashboard indicators as well. Warning lights for oil pressure, temperature, or emissions can signal underlying issues related to oil quality or engine wear. While these lights are often triggered by extreme conditions, they serve as a reminder to stay proactive with maintenance. By tuning into these subtle signs, you can catch potential problems early and keep your car running smoothly. Caring for your car isn't just about awareness, it's also about making the right choices for maintenance. DIY versus professional maintenance. When it comes comes to protecting your car, should you trust yourself or leave it to the experts? Oil changes are one of the simplest and most accessible forms of car maintenance. However, deciding between doing it yourself and taking your car to a professional can be tricky. Both options have their benefits, but they also come with unique challenges. DIY oil changes give you complete control. You can select the oil and filter that meet your car's specific needs, ensuring quality every step of the way. For those who enjoy working on their vehicles, it's also a satisfying and cost-effective option. However, DIY maintenance requires the right tools, a clean workspace, and knowledge of your car's specifications. Missing a step, such as improperly tightening the drain plug or using the wrong oil, can lead to bigger problems. On the other hand, professional services offer convenience and expertise. Certified mechanics have the tools and training to ensure every oil change is done correctly. They can also identify potential issues during routine inspections, giving you peace of mind. The downside: professional services can be more expensive, and some shops may use generic oils or filters unless you request specific options. Whether you choose to go DIY or professional, the key is consistency and quality. Both can help you achieve long-term engine health. Once you've nailed your maintenance routine, small habits can make a big difference for your car's future. Setting your car up for long-term success. Want your car to run like new for years to come? Build good habits from the start. Proper maintenance goes beyond oil changes. Developing a routine that includes regular inspections and preventive care can significantly extend your car's lifespan. Start with the basics. Check your fluid levels regularly, not just oil, but also coolant, brake fluid, and transmission fluid. These systems work together to keep your car running efficiently, and neglecting one can impact the others. For example, low coolant levels can cause your engine to overheat, leading to increased wear. Tire maintenance is another often overlooked factor. Properly inflated tires reduce strain on your engine by improving fuel efficiency and overall handling. Rotate your tires every 5,000 to 7,000 miles and check for uneven wear patterns, which could indicate alignment issues. Finally, don't underestimate the importance of seasonal care. Extreme temperatures, whether hot or cold, can affect your car's performance. In winter, ensure your battery is in good condition and your tires are suitable for icy conditions. In summer, monitor your air conditioning system and check for potential overheating. By building these habits early, you'll enjoy a car that performs reliably and retains its value for years. Knowing how to care for your car today prepares you for the road ahead, but there's still more to consider when it comes to modern engines. How new technology impacts maintenance. Modern engines are smarter than ever, but does that mean they need less care? Today's vehicles are equipped with cutting-edge technology, from advanced synthetic oils to onboard diagnostic systems that monitor engine health. These innovations promise improved performance, reduced emissions, and longer service intervals. But here's the catch. While these features make engines more efficient, they also make maintenance even more crucial. For example, modern engines often rely on turbocharging and direct fuel injection to boost power and efficiency. However, these technologies can increase stress on engine components, especially during the break-in period. Synthetic oils help mitigate this stress by maintaining their protective properties under extreme conditions, but they can't replace the need to remove wear debris early. Another advancement is oil life monitoring systems, which calculate when your oil needs changing based on driving habits and conditions. While these systems are helpful, they focus on oil quality and not on wear debris during break-in. This means they might not prompt an oil change early enough to protect a new engine fully. Understanding how modern technology supports, but doesn't replace, traditional maintenance practices ensures you get the best from your vehicle. While technology helps, there are still many myths about what modern cars really need. Common myths about new cars. Think modern cars are maintenance free? Think again. One of the biggest misconceptions about new cars is that they don't need as much care as older models. Many people assume that advanced materials, synthetic oils, and longer service intervals mean they can skip regular checks. This couldn't be further from the truth. For instance, some drivers believe synthetic oil never degrades. While it lasts longer than conventional oil, it still collects contaminants like metal particles and carbon deposits over time, especially during the critical break-in period. Another common myth is that oil changes at 10,000 miles are always sufficient. As we've seen, this doesn't account for the high levels of wear debris generated when engine components are settling into place. Other myths revolve around modern monitoring systems. Some owners think dashboard warnings will catch every issue, but these systems are designed to flag extreme problems, not subtle wear or gradual degradation. They might miss the early warning signs that can make all the difference in your engine's longevity. Debunking these myths empowers you to take control of your car's health instead of relying solely on automation. Taking proactive steps like early oil changes or regular inspections protects your car's performance. When it comes to staying ahead, understanding tools like oil analysis can make a huge difference. The role of oil analysis in modern maintenance. What if you could predict engine issues before they happen? Oil analysis is like a comprehensive health check for your engine. By examining a sample of used oil, experts can detect contaminants, metal particles, and chemical changes that signal wear or potential problems. For new cars, this is especially valuable during the break-in phase, when debris levels are at their highest. This proactive approach helps identify hidden issues that might otherwise go unnoticed until they become costly to repair. An oil analysis report can reveal key indicators of engine health, such as levels of iron, copper, and aluminum, materials that are typically shed during normal wear. It can also pinpoint the presence of contaminants like fuel or coolant, which might suggest leaks, inefficiencies, or overheating. These detailed insights enable car owners to make informed decisions, whether it's scheduling an oil change earlier than planned or addressing potential mechanical issues. For instance, if an oil analysis shows elevated levels of iron after just 500 miles, it validates the importance of an early oil change to remove harmful debris. Over time, tracking changes in oil composition can reveal patterns that point to developing problems, giving you the opportunity to act before they escalate. The benefits of oil analysis extend beyond the break-in phase. It's a powerful tool for ongoing maintenance, helping to optimize oil change intervals, prevent unexpected breakdowns, and ensure your car performs at its best for years to come. Using oil analysis gives you an undeniable edge in maintaining your car, transforming guesswork into science-backed precision. By pairing proactive habits with advanced diagnostic tools, you can set your vehicle up for a lifetime of reliability, efficiency, and peace of mind. Why early care means a longer life. Your car's best years start with the care you give it today. The first few months of owning a new car are critical for its long-term performance. As we've explored, changing the oil early, paying attention to subtle warning signs, and adopting good maintenance habits can prevent unnecessary wear and extend the life of your engine. Think of your car as an investment. The time and money you spend on proactive care now will pay off in better performance, fewer repairs, and higher resale value. It's not just about avoiding mistakes. It's about building a routine that ensures your car stays reliable for years to come. Small steps like keeping an eye on fluid levels and scheduling timely inspections can make a significant difference in your car's overall health and longevity. Every action from an early oil change to regular inspections contributes to the longevity of your vehicle. Modern engines may be advanced, but they still rely on the basics: clean oil, proper lubrication, and a driver who takes maintenance seriously. Treat your car right from the start and it will reward you with years of dependable service. Your car's future is in your hands. What do you think about the 500-mile oil change rule? Have you ever taken extra steps to care for a brand new car? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss our latest tips on car care. Thank you for watching.